got so motherfucking design on right now.
Hey guys, Sunny Ray coming to you with another fragrance video. If this is your first time watching, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. And to my new subscribers, guys, I see you. Thank you so much for your continued love and support here on my channel. Now, if this is your first time, your very first time, you know it was meant to be. It was meant for you to cross over to the sunny side. So please consider, if you have not done so, clicking on that subscribe button, turning on your post notification bell. You'll be notified when I upload content. Drop some comments below. You're now part of the family, so join in on the conversation. And if you like this video, then share this video. Okay guys, so last week or earlier this week, I did a video on affordable spring fragrances. In that video, I said I would do some designer spring fragrances, and then I would go on to my niche, right? So if you guys are interested, then please keep on watching. Now, I do have a full disclaimer. As I was pulling fragrances, and I think that I said this in one of my other videos, guys, I really did not realize that I have not purchased a designer fragrance in quite some time. Like I don't have anything new. Nothing new when it comes to designer. And my designer shelf is probably only it's 2 shelves. I have 2 shelves, and both of those shelves, actually I should probably say a shelf and a half of designer fragrances. And I have, let's see here, on my shelving I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shelves. So 5, 10, 15, I have 20 shelves of fragrance, and only 1.5 shelves is filled with designer. So as I've shared in other videos, I'm really trying to focus on curating my collection to more niche fragrances. But over the past year or so, I had no idea how many Middle Eastern fragrances I have added to my collection. So because I said that I was going to share a designer spring fragrance video with you, I'm going to do just that. However, I'm going to tell you guys right now that most of the fragrances that I'm going to share with you on today are older in my collection. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, guys, it has been a very long day. It's actually been a long week, and today is just now Wednesday. I'm tired. I'm put it like that. I'm tired of doing what I do, and I'll leave it at that. So I feel like as I'm recording this video, I'm looking a little tired. This morning, I literally had my eye patches on, trying to get the puffs from up under my eyes. And at this point, I just need a vacation. I need a vacation, a mental health break, something, okay? So saying all that to say, if I'm looking a little tired, pulled my eyelashes off earlier too, then that's what's going on. But nonetheless, I'm ready to talk about these fragrances, because at the end of the day, honestly, that is the one thing that definitely brings me peace, joy, and relaxation, to be in my space and in my zone. So let's start out with the first fragrance that I am going to share with you. And it is one that I've had in my collection for a little bit. As I mentioned, all these fragrances I've had for a little bit, but this is one that I pull for this time of year, and this time of year only. And this really gives me vacation vibes. Guys, I'm getting ready to go on vacation in a few weeks, and I just cannot wait. But this is Bronze Goddess, and this is by Estee Lauder, but this one is the EDP. Now, I do have the EDT, which actually, let me grab it. Okay, I'm going to show you guys the difference between Bronze Goddess, the EDP, and the EDT. So guys, this is the EDP. And the reason why I pull for the EDP for right now, for spring, is because in my opinion, this fragrance is a little bit heavier than the EDT. I enjoy the EDT more so in the summertime. It is gorgeous. Here's my EDT. Now you guys can see as I've shared before, I have quite a large collection, and this bottle is half empty. And I actually had, I got this bottle first, and then I got the EDP because I enjoy the EDT so much. I was like, let me try. So guys, this is a tuberose orange blossom. Let me look up the notes to this fragrance. Okay, so I was incorrect. I just had my flower wrong, the wrong flower, but I was close, in the same family. So at the top, it's got coconut. In the middle, there's tiara flower. There's vanilla, amber, and sandalwood. So guys, this is, again, heavier than the EDT. And so the EDT, I think, is perfect for the warmer weather, the summers. It leans more tropical, fresh tropical type of vibes, a lot lighter. Okay, so that's why I selected the EDP for this particular spring video, because during the spring, some days it's still a little cool, so you can get away with this when it's cool. You can get away with it when it's, y'all, I told y'all I am having a day. I can't talk. You can wear this when it's cool and on days when it's warmer, but again, this particular fragrance has much more depth than the EDT. Again, this is like a vanilla, tropical, woody, kind of creamy type of a vibe. So again, this is Bronze Goddess, and it is by the House of Estee Lauder. The next fragrance that I am going to share with you is one that was gifted to me some time ago. I have had this in my collection for a little bit. And as I always say, and I'm going to say it in this video too, I want to have something for everyone. So again, for my floral lovers, my freshies, little sweet fruity, got something for you. The next fragrance that I'm going to share with you again is from Michael Kors, and I'm so used to saying the House of. This is by Michael Kors, and it is gorgeous. Guys, this is going to be one that is for more so my floral, let me see, I haven't sprayed this in a minute. Actually, let me get a tester strip. Okay, so I got my tester strip. Let's try this out because I have not gotten my nose on this in a bit. Yes, guys, this is more of a floral, white floral. I think there's some vanilla in here. Little musky, some amber probably. Let me see what the notes are to this fragrance. At the top, you've got pink pepper, mandarin orange. In the middle, there's tuberose, jasmine sambac, orange blossom. In the mid, there is also tobacco, ylang ylang. And at the base, there's tonka bean, guaiac wood, cedar, cashmere, benzoin, suede, and strax. Now, guys, like I mentioned, this is more of a floral leaning fragrance, again with the tuberose, the jasmine sambac, the orange blossom, the ylang ylang. But guys, in the dry down, you're going to get some woods. I thought there was some amber in here, but it doesn't list amber. But there is some tonka bean, again the cashmere, suede. So at the base, it's going to smooth it out. So in my opinion, this leans definitely more of a floral, slightly fruity, more floral, woody type of a fragrance. Again, with those beautiful florals, this is going to be perfect for the spring going into summer. But I say spring because this, again, with that tuberose, as you guys know, tuberose can be a little bit of a heavier floral, a little heady, a little bubblegummy, a little more dense. And so that's why I say I feel this fragrance would be perfect for this time of year. So again, that is Michael Kors, and that is gorgeous. The next fragrance that I'm going to share with you is from Gucci, and I have a love-hate relationship with this particular line of fragrances, guys. For whatever reason, when I bought this, and I've had it for a little bit, honestly, I've probably worn it more as of recent than I ever have the entire time that I've had it in my collection. And that is because I'm just beginning to develop more of a love for floral fragrances. As you guys know, in previous videos, I've always shared that florals, that was really not my thing. But here lately, I've been loving florals. I love them. They're so pretty. They're so feminine, and they just make me feel beautiful. So guys, this is Gucci Blue, and it is the EDT. Y'all know there are so many different flankers of this. They have the red bottle, they've got the yellow bottle, they've got just all these different flankers of this fragrance. And for me, they were way too heavy, dense, floral leaning. The EDT, guys, this is more, again, now, I tread lightly because even though it is an EDT, it is still a dense floral. But out of this particular lineup, this one to me is the lightest, but it is very pretty. But if you don't like florals, you will not like this fragrance. It's an EDT, and if I heard these notes, I would think that this fragrance would be much lighter and brighter than what it is. But no, guys, this is definitely a floral leaning fragrance. So at the top, you've got neroli, bergamot, mandarin orange, lemon. In the mid, there is tuberose, jasmine, orange blossom, and at the base, it's got sandalwood and musk. Guys, what I get out of this fragrance is truly a tuberose and a white floral fragrance, giving you some creaminess, a little bit of sweetness. Again, don't let those citruses at the top fool you, because you may feel as though, okay, it's an EDT, it's a light floral, it's going to be a bright floral. No. This is definitely a headier floral leaning fragrance. So if you don't like florals, you may not like this, but again, I think that this is absolutely beautiful for this time of year. Very pretty, very feminine, but again, definitely a floral forward leaning fragrance. Guys, this next fragrance that I'm going to share with you has been a staple. When I tell y'all it has been a staple in my collection for years, this is one fragrance that I have purchased and repurchased multiple times. Now, early on in my fragrance journey, I used to be one that would purchase a fragrance, and if I liked it, I would get a backup, okay? And I don't do that anymore. As a matter of fact, I very rarely repurchase fragrances, and the reason being is because there's so many fragrances out there that I want to try and I want to explore. It's just like it's endless when it comes to fragrance. So I'm at a point in my fragrance journey where I don't really see repurchasing certain fragrances or even having backup bottles, because for me, I'm always trying to explore what's next and what's new. You know what I'm saying? Within reason. So this particular fragrance has been a staple. I don't care. You know, it's an older fragrance, but I don't care how old this fragrance is. I get compliments every single time I wear it. And it is Versace, and it is Yellow Diamond. So yes, Yellow Diamond, and yes, I do have this big old, what is this, a 200 ml bottle? Yes, I do. And I get so many compliments on this. Now guys, this is a very bright, citrusy, yellow floral type of a fragrance. Very aquatic, very airy. It just smells so good to me. Now, some people may feel like this leans like old school, like 90s type. I mean, but that's 90s. That's my time. That's my era. And so I love it. But some people may think that this is like old school, it's 90s-ish. But I like it. Again, at the top, you're going to get Amalfi lemon. There's some pear. You're going to get bergamot. There's neroli. In the middle, there's going to be mimosa, freesia, water lily, African orange flower. And at the base, there's musk, gaiac wood, and amber. So guys, a lot of florals in this fragrance as well, but these are bright. This is definitely a bright, floral, citrusy, airy type of a fragrance. When I tell you guys, when I put this on, like with a crisp white shirt, I remember walking downtown. And I did. I had on some jeans, a little heel, a crisp white button-up shirt. And when I tell you, y'all already know how I sprayed myself down, okay? And I was crossing the street. And as I'm crossing the street, as traffic is busy, somebody stops in the middle of the street, turns around, and it's like, oh my God, girl, you smell so amazing. And this is actually what I was wearing. So again, Versace Yellow Diamond. Again, not new, nothing earth-shattering to some, but when I tell you I get compliments, I get compliments. Next, we're moving on, staying in the Versace lineup, guys. I have Versace, and this one is Dylan Purple. Guys, I actually love this Dylan Purple. I think that it smells really, really good. Again, one that I've had in my collection for a little bit. But guys, this is a sweeter. That smells really good. I haven't sprayed that in a while. That does. I never picked up bubble gum until just now, but it does. It smells like bubble gum. So this is a floral, fruity, citrus, woody, ambery, musky, aquatic type of fragrance. When it comes to the notes in Dylan Purple, at the top, there is pear, there's bergamot, there's bitter orange. In the middle, there's freesia, pomerose, mahanalol, ambroxan, isoe super, Virginia cedar, the Belambra tree. And I've actually never heard of a Belambra tree, but it's woody, it's a mossy type of a scent profile. Beautiful for spring. If you are a fruity fragrance lover and you want something that's fruity, a little more airy, a little bit more youthful, and you know, not as floral leaning, then definitely Dylan Purple is one that would probably be a great choice. Again, guys, to me it smells like almost like a grape bubble gum. And I don't know if I'm leaning towards grape because of the color of the bottle, but I never got that scent before. But today it smells like bubblegum to me, so we're gonna go with it. Next up, guys, I have a couple that I pulled from the Marc Jacobs Daisy collection. Now, funny thing is that I used to work at Sephora years ago, just around the holidays, part-time, which all my money went to everything in Sephora. I literally had a drawer and a stash in Sephora where I kept the stuff that I was going to purchase. So that little holiday money, that was holiday money for me shopping for myself at Sephora, because Sephora gave me that money and they got it right back. But funny thing is, when I worked at Sephora, I did not like any Marc Jacobs fragrance at all whatsoever. It wasn't until I was well into my fragrance journey that I actually began to like Marc Jacobs. And now, to be completely honest, I really enjoy Marc Jacobs fragrances. So the first one that I'm going to share with you is Daisy Ever So Fresh. So guys, this is the bottle, Daisy Ever So Fresh. And this, guys, this is a very sweet, citrusy type of a floral leaning fragrance. It almost smells like it's got like some orange or some peach. Let me pull up the notes of this fragrance as well. Guys, it is definitely perfect for spring. Again, if you're not into the heavy florals like some of the other fragrances that I mentioned, this Marc Jacobs Daisy Ever So Fresh may be one that you enjoy. And at the top there is, I said peach, there's mango, mandarin orange, pineapple. In the mid is orange blossom, rose water, which you guys know I love a watery rose. And at the base there is cashmere wood. Guys, so at the top, like I said, I thought it was like a peach note. I was a little off, but that mango, the orange, the pineapple, it makes it just ever so fresh and sweet. So it's sweet, it's fresh. Guys, this is such a pretty fragrance. Definitely one, in my opinion, though, that probably after about 4 to 6 hours, depending upon what you're doing, you definitely need to reapply it, which I don't mind. But again, Daisy, Marc Jacobs Daisy Ever So Fresh. The next one that I'm going to share with you is one that I truly enjoy as well. And it is two from the Marc Jacobs Daisy line. And this one is Oh So Fresh Paradise. So this is the bottle here. So Oh So Fresh Paradise, guys, is more of a clean, fresh type of a scent profile versus that fruity floral. So guys, let me pull the notes to okay guys, so the notes to this fragrance, at the top you're going to get pink pepper. In the middle there are floral notes, there's lavender, and at the base there is that matte attar? Let's see. Oh, Miti attar. I'm learning some new notes today, y'all. Miti attar, it's a synthetic note, so to represent kind of a woody scent profile. So guys, like I mentioned, with the lavender, that's where I'm getting this freshness from. This is much more fresh. Again, slightly floral, slightly fresh, woody. But guys, if you're one that prefers more of a fresh fragrance, this is going to be one that's for you. If you enjoy something fruity, this is going to be for you. If you enjoy more of a floral, forward-leaning fragrance, these are going to be for you. Another one, if you like something that's a little more freshy, these two probably are closer leaning to the same scent. Not same scent profile, but the same scent family. Okay? All right, so that is Marc Jacobs Daisy Oh So Fresh Paradise. The next two that I want to share with you guys, it's from Tom Ford. And one is Tom Ford Soleil Neige. So here's my Tom Ford Soleil Neige. And then I have Tom Ford Eau de Soleil Blanc. Now, again, you guys can see I actually used it. I just wore this earlier this week, I believe. And honestly, I never thought, when I started collecting, like I would see these when I would go in Saks, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I want one of these. I wanted this bottle literally for the bottle. And honestly, guys, this is more than, so it is right, this bottle is down to here. So that's how much I love it. In addition to, hold on. In addition to, I have this small bottle too. So I actually started out with the small bottle first. And y'all know, like I've always said, I do not like little bottles because, especially if it's a fragrance and I really, really like it. Like for real, this, what is this, a 30 ml or 50? Yeah, there's no way this is a 50. This is a 30 ml. So for a 30 ml of this particular type of a fresh leaning fragrance, this whole bottle will be gone. Like in a couple uses. This sounds like there's literally like a drop left in here. Oh, still some in there. Okay, let's not waste. But guys, this Tom Ford Soleil Neige, I get so many compliments. We were out on our boat one day, and we were actually just sitting at the dock, and there were some other people walking down. And as they're walking up, they're like, I don't know who it is, but they're like, we can smell you all the way down there and you smell so good. It was this. This is what I was wearing. Now guys, for me, you guys know I'm an oversprayer. So for me, I literally just pour this in my hands and I splash it on. So some people feel like the Tom Ford Soleil Neige is more appropriate for winter, whereas Tom Ford Eau de Soleil Blanc is more for, the summer. I feel like they're both appropriate anytime, to be completely honest with you. I've heard individuals say that Soleil Neige kind of has more of a cold type of a vibe, whereas Eau de Soleil Blanc has more of a tropical vibe. So when it comes to the notes, let's kind of compare the two. So when it comes to Soleil Neige, like the main accord, is more of a white floral, citrusy, powdery, woody, vanilla type of a fragrance. Okay, so that's this one here. This is the Tom Ford Soleil Neige. Now, when it comes to the notes of this fragrance, so at the top, you are going to get carrot seed. Okay, you're going to get bergamot, mandarin. In the middle, there's going to be jasmine, orange blossom, Turkish rose, and at the base, there's vanilla, amber, and woody notes. So guys, this carrot seed note at the top, I would say is pretty prominent. You're definitely going to get some of that mandarin and that bergamot to give you some brightness. A little bit of that rose in the mid. And you're definitely going to get the woodiness on the dry down. But guys, like I said, I feel that this fragrance is appropriate for any time. I don't care if you wear it in the winter. If you want, for the winter time, for me, it's when I want to have like a freshie. But even in the spring and summer, it still brings fresh vibes. And then for Tom Ford Soleil Blanc. So guys, now, don't get it confused by the name. These fragrances smell completely different, okay? They really do. They smell completely different. This gives more of a cool, fresh, I don't want to say metallic-y type of a vibe, but that's what it just makes me think of, like a cold, crisp, steel, sterile type of environment. I know that seems strange, but it's just a really cool type of a fragrance, whereas this one is more of a tropical fragrance. It's got like your yellow florals, it's got coconut. Let me see what the notes are to this fragrance. So Tom Ford Eau de Soleil Blanc. I keep wanting to say Eau de Soleil Blanc. At the top, you're going to get pistachio. That's interesting because we all know that pistachio. I can't talk today. Maybe I need to I'm going to have to do a lot of editing on this video, for real. At the top, we've got pistachio. We know pistachio's having a moment, okay? Never knew this fragrance had pistachio in it. But pistachio, bergamot, cardamom, pink pepper, and in the mid, you've got tuberose, ylang ylang, jasmine. And at the base, you've got coconut, amber, tonka bean, and benzoin. So guys, it's got those tropical florals in there with the tuberose, the jasmine, that ylang ylang. The coconut gives it that tropical vibe as well. The bergamot gives it some brightness. Now, honestly, with the cardamom at the top, you would think that you maybe get a little bit of spiciness. I can see very, very slight, just the slightest amount of spice. But guys, overall, you're going to get a tropical vibe with Tom Ford Eau de Soleil Blanc and Tom Ford Eau de Soleil Neige. You're going to get more of a sterile, clean, fresh laundry kind of type of vibe. Okay, so those again are going to be perfect fragrances for this time of year. One last fragrance that I'm going to share with you, and I'm always hesitant to share this fragrance on my videos because I really don't even know that you can still get this fragrance, but this fragrance is perfect for this time of year. Y'all know me, y'all know I'm extra. Yes, I bought the big bottle, but as you can see, I have a dent in it. I bought this, and I want to say that I don't know that you can get this. Let me actually look it up and see. Okay, so this next fragrance, guys, I think that this fragrance may be discontinued. You may be able to find it on some of your discount sites. Discount, when I say discount, I don't mean like your Joma Shop or like your Fragrance Net. This is really probably going to come from more of someone's personal collection at this point. I don't know. You may be able to find it. I mean, I think if you search hard enough, you can probably find almost any fragrance. But it just depends on what you're willing to pay as well. Something else to keep in mind. But this is by Christian Dior, and it is Belle de Jour. Guys, this is such a pretty fragrance. I just came up here and I sprayed this on earlier, and I was like, this is actually perfect. So this was actually my scent of the day, but it was actually layered with, what did I layer this with? I can't even remember. Honestly, I think today I actually had on Rificat, But that's what I started out with, okay, this morning. And then as the day went on, I just came up here and grabbed this because I was like, I needed something a little bit fresher, a little bit more uplifting. That's what my scent ended up being today, and it wasn't bad. It's lasted all day. But when it comes to Christian Dior's Belle de Jour, guys, this is a fruity, kind of floral, type of fragrance, aquatic. To be completely honest, for this to be in the Christian Dior in the Privé line, this honestly is not anything that's super earth-shattering. I mean, it really is very crowd pleasing. I would say that it leans, even though it's a fruity floral type of fragrance, I would say that this leans a little bit mature, a little bit more mature than like the Tom Ford's, the Versace, the Marc Jacobs Daisy. This is definitely more refined, more classy type of a fruity floral. At the top, you're going to get rose, pear, white pear, some powdery notes. So those powdery notes, that's what's going to make it a little bit more mature. White peach, pear ice cream, and woody notes. So guys, like I mentioned, this is a fruity floral fragrance. When you think about that pear ice cream in there and the peach, you think that it's going to be super, super sweet, but it really is not. It really is not. The rose in there, you definitely get the rose. At the top, you get the pear, and like I said, the powderiness. I don't really get a lot of the peach, but as it dries down, you definitely get some of that woodiness. So again, this is Christian Dior, and this is Belle de Jour. And again, guys, if I can find it, I will link it in the description box below. On my last video, I said I was going to put links in there, and I did not. And so I apologize, but I will try and put the link to that fragrance in the description box if I can find it. Okay, guys, this was like a whirlwind for me to get through this video today. Guys, I hope that even though these were some oldies in my collection, I hope that you enjoyed it and that you're able to find value in this video and the fragrances as well, because guys, I don't want you to feel like, there's so many fragrances, because even as a fragrance collector, it's so overwhelming and I get so frustrated sometimes because I want to go purchase, but that's not the reality. So, if you have older fragrances in your collection, focus on using them up. Use them, enjoy them. Remember the first time that you opened it and you smelled it that very first time and how much you loved it. Fall back in love with some of those older fragrances because they're still really good. Okay, guys, until next time, peace.